Hello viewers, my name is Raj and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm back again with a new video. Today in this video I will be telling you about pickle module in Python. So pickle module is a very widely used module in Python. So now there are other alternatives as well, but I think this adding this pickle module to my Python series will be a very beneficial one to the new Python developers or Python learners. So basically, we will be a pickle module helps us saving the object state into our local file system. So we will go into the more detail in the next few slides. So what is pickle module? So it is an open source library, so which is very obvious. It is Python specific like object notation. So JSON is one notation which is widely used in JavaScript and other web development platforms, also in other programming languages. So but this pickle module is very Python specific, and I don't think there is something else or like some other language where we can use this pickle module to do our task. So in that way, it is very Python specific. And the main task of this is to save and load Python objects. So basically, if you want to save the state of a variable or of an object into a local file system so that you can work on it later on some other time when like you don't need to process the same object again and again. So you can use this pickle module to save that state. So how is it done? So also these save and load tasks are often known as pickling and unpickling. So that's how it is noted or denoted. Also, if the pickle module is readily available when you install your Python, but if it is not in your system, then you can use the command that is displaying on the screen to download and install it. So you just have to run this command on your command prompt or terminal shell wherever your Python is supported. So that's how it is done. So how the pickling works? So like how the object is saved into your file system. So let's know about that. So first of all, let's say you have this, like let's say Python object. So this is a dictionary, but consider this as a like as an example. So you have this Python dictionary that you want to save in your Python in your local PC for like further processing or saving it as a checkpoint or something. So you will like it will internally do a process known as binary serialization. So which is also like you can easily relate it to like it is converting into byte streams or bit streams so that it can save it into the local file system, and then it will create a binary file in your PC. So binary file is nothing but it will have like it is in binary mode, so it is zeros and ones, so you can now directly read that particular thing. Like it is not very English friendly, so that's how it is. This is how the pickling process works, and the opposite of this is to like unpickle or load the particular object into your program. So it is known as unpickling. So let's say you have one object which is stored in a binary file, like as a binary file, and you want to load that into your system. So the process is done is binary deserialization, so which is just the opposite of serialization, and then you will get the original object that you saved initially. So you get back the state and you can directly use that state to perform some further operations. So I think that's enough theory knowledge, and let's move on to the code section. So that is, I think, more important. So, but I think the background study one has to know, so he or she can modify some of the things to do their customization task. So first of all, let's take an example, and I think the examples are very important in terms of to understand the functionality of a particular library or like a module. So let's say I am computing the cubes of 1,000 numbers, so which is 1 to 1,000, and I have like I maintained a list in which I will store the cubes of all these numbers, and I want to save this particular list so that I don't compute it each and every time whenever I try to run the program. So I will first of all run this particular cell, so which will result in the list of all the cubes of 1 to 1,000, and I want to save this particular cubes object or cubes variable into my local file system. So how we will do it? So we will first of all import the pickle module. So it is installed in your, if it is installed in your Python, we just have to use this import function or like import keyword, and it will import it. So since yes, so it is running quite well. So the pickle is installed and it is loaded into my notebook. So now I will do the pickling operation. So for pickling operation, first of all I have to create a binary file. So how to create a file, it is shown in my Python file handling video. So video link is in the description box. Also it is showing, it is popping up on the screen, so you can check that out, check that video to know more about file handling. But for now I'll directly write the code of how to make a file and how to do the further process. So I will take the file name as file, sorry, the file object as file, and I will make the object, I will make a binary file. Let's say the name of the file is cubes only. So cubes, you can have any extension you want, but I prefer not to give an extension. It's a like you can have you can type any extension, but I think giving no extension is also fine. And I will open this file in write binary mode. So W stands for write and B stands for binary. So the file will be like created if it is not present. If it is present, then it will be like truncated or wiped off all the content, and it will open in binary mode. So I can directly write the binary bits, zeros and ones form. So that's how we want in pickle module. The cubes variable is ready, and I want to just write the data into the file. So now I will use the pickle.dump function, so which will actually dump your variable into this binary file. So now I will give the cubes as the variable, input variable, and I will give the file name, which is file. And as soon as the data is dumped into the file, I will close the file. So here it is very important to close the file, because whenever you open a file to perform any task, reading or writing, it is actually connected with your program, right? So if you like make any changes, and if you want to save that change, you have to close the file. If you don't close the file, then you will not see the change in the runtime, right? So that's why it is very important to close it. Let's run this code. So yes, the like we have dumped the variable. You can check that out as well. So go to the directory where your program is like saved. So in the same directory you will find the particular binary file. So I have created the binary files as cubes. So I got this file, and it is around 4.92 KB. So I think yes, so it is not zero, so it is a valid file. So now that I have stored the object into this file, I want to check if that storing was like was done accurately or correctly or not. So I will just try to load that particular file into my system and check if I can work on the data or not. So this is known as unpickling. So I will do the same thing, but I will do the same file opening thing, but here I will not open it in write mode. I will open it in read mode. So you have to be careful with the modes in which you are opening. If you try to open a file in write mode and you are not like doing any appending or thing, so it will wipe off the contents. So you are trying to read the file, but you are actually wiping off the content. So try to be aware of what in which mode you are opening. So since I have opened the file, and now I will use the pickle.load module. So this load module will and I will give the file object into this. So this will return the particular contents of the file, whatever or basically the object that we actually stored earlier. So let's say I take it into the variable data, and you can easily close this file because I have read all the content. So you can close the file, and if I check what the content of this data variable will be, so it will be again the whatever the like 1 8, so it is the cubes of all the numbers. So that's how it is done. So this is how you can use the pickle module to save and load your data or object basically. There is only one or two constraint in it, so I will quickly show what is that constraint. So the pickle modules only have some selected supported data types, so that data types only you can save into your system or save locally. So the data types are like the basic Python data types are always like pickable or you can apply pickle on. So these are like boolean, integers, floating points, strings, tuples. Uh, there is one condition for functions and classes. The function and classes function should be defined by the keyword def, so which is like the default syntax. So you cannot store the function which are created by lambda function. So lambda function, there is a separate video for it. If you want to check that out, you can check it. The video will be popping up on your screen now. Also for classes, if you want to save the class, you can save it, but it should be the parent class, it should not be a derived class. So that is another concept, but you have to you can only store a parent class, you cannot store a child class. So that's only one constraint. So I think that's it in this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. uh, Click the subscribe button and wait for the new video. I'll be coming up with the new videos and the new stuff very soon. So till then, this is Raj signing out.